What's up, everybody? It's Feather. Welcome to Feathered Libra Tarot. We're going to do a What the F reading for you today. Give me just a second and we'll get into the reading. For those that don't know me, I am Feather. You can catch me live pretty much all the time over on my main channel here on YouTube at Get Feathered. All of the links are in the description box below. And we're gonna do an all Libra channel here. This is all Libra in all aspects. Libra all the time. I have other channels as well. If you like what I do, give me a thumbs up. Of course, leave awesome comments so that I know how you resonate, if you're resonating, and what you want more of, okay? Definitely cool to have you here. All right, let's do this. For Libras, let's jump into the read-in screen. For those that don't know me, I'm a success and wellness coach. I'm a psychic medium and a Reiki master, and I read cards. It's usually how I get my cameras to focus. There we go. It's a little bit better. Let's see how this goes. There we go. We got the sunshine out here. What the fuck? What the F? What the fudge? Libra's got the sunshine? Oh, this is happiness. I gotta know what's going on around this. If this is your starting energy, wow. We are here during Libra season at the time that I'm doing this. All of my readings are timeless. So if you feel drawn to them, there's probably a message for you. Oh my gosh. 10 of Pentacles and the sunshine. What? What? We got Leo energy on this. Strong Leo energy. This could be about your finances. We're going to see a little bit about what's going on. What's going on here? Tell me the story. What is this? This could be love, too. Making a choice. All right, some of y'all about to be dealing with some drama here. Some of y'all about to have some choices in regards to all kinds of stuff. This is absolutely amazing. What the F, Libra? What are we doing here? The 10 of Pentacles is life partner, long-term potential, love and money in a family situation where that goes the distance, stability long-term. This could also be financial bliss long-term as well. That will set you up in a very, set you up very well financially, okay? You got your happiness, and all around you is happiness, abundance long-term, possible life partner here. You know what? You're going to have some choices in regards to love. You're going to have to make a big decision in regards to love. So you're going to have some options. That's what this is telling me. You are releasing resistance. What is happening here is, I don't know if you're meditating or if you're getting out of nature or if you're just being very quiet, not really dealing with much of anyone or anything. But the energy here is telling me that you're releasing resistance. Basically, you're no longer blocking your money and your love. You're opening up your heart space and you're ready to make a decision in regards to love. So some of you may have a decision to make. If you aren't going through that now, you could be in the next 3 months. My readings go out 3 months on either side of the time of the reading. We're all on different paths. So from now, you may already be going through this. Some of y'all is to come. Let's see what the F, Libra. What's going on here? Tell me what this is. Why are you releasing this resistance? Why are you releasing resistance too? You're releasing resistance. Some of you, you could be in silent mode. Okay, just going through the paces, being silent and releasing people and things, and kind of just enjoying your freedom and your independence. Some of you, this is resistance to your own stability in the 3D, your own 3D existence, your own stability here, where you basically blocked your own self-worth. You weren't seeing your own worth. You weren't seeing something for what it was, or yourself for who you are. You're releasing resistance to that, and that does come with money and stability. You are manifesting this. Gemini, Virgo energy for me, could be Aries as well. Some of you may be getting a divorce or finally releasing somebody. Okay, listen here. You're going to get this, like you're becoming aware of basically what you've done or how you've behaved, or your defensiveness. It could be defensiveness against people, where you were just kind of blocking people, blocking your heart space, because this is opening up your heart space here. Okay, sincerity, opening up your heart space, ready to give love. All right, in a situation, some of you, you're becoming aware of what has happened, or even the fact that you were the one that, did a lot of blocking, even in a long-term relationship. You might be married already. You might be in a long-term relationship, and you're realizing what you've done, how you've blocked that equal give and take in that situation. Some of you may have had other partners or other choices, and you're realizing you're part of the connection, what you've done. Yeah, it seems to me like some of you have had failed relationships. You've failed in business, or you felt like a failure. And what you're doing is you're basically in that energy. You're telling me, I feel like a failure. I'm no longer a success. I'm not a success in love. I'm not a success in money, and this energy has kept you kind of it's kept you in an energy of instability, basically. Made you look like a player. Maybe you were wishy-washy. Maybe you didn't know who to pick or what kind of person to pick, or maybe you just weren't, it made you feel, well, like a Libra, indecisive. You're on again, off again. You don't have follow through in connections or in employment ships, that kind of thing. And the great thing is you're going to be illuminated to this indecision, or this whatever this energy has been. You could have been on again, off again with people. You may have started businesses and stopped businesses, or started employment and then just became like, I don't really want to do that. No follow through. This is lack of follow through, basically, for me. And it also, in that energy, caused a lot of emotional confusion. Maybe you had different choices, or you were just confused on what to do or who to pick. And in this energy, basically, when you're wishy-washy, or when you're mentally, I'm not saying you're mentally unstable. What I'm saying is when your mental area is unstable, or your inability to make a choice, causes you to look indecisive and non-committal in some instances. Not committing to a job, not committing to your work, not committing to relationships, okay? And internally, basically, you're telling me that you didn't even know that this was something that you had going on, that it was a deeper conscious, it was a subconscious thing where you felt like a failure, or you didn't feel like you would be a success in something or anything, okay? When we carry that kind of energy, then we create environments around us and situations that look unstable, that aren't healthy, that aren't successful. You're releasing that. You're becoming aware of this energy, or the thoughts that have kept you there. That energy also blocks your heart space, because you already think that you won't be successful. So you're releasing the resistance to that and opening up your heart space, which opens you up to all sorts of amazing things. That energy is amazing because you're becoming illuminated. You're coming out of a shadow period. You're coming out of the shadow now into the light, into the clarity, and you're gonna be attracting, or you're attracting amazing things to you. because you're no longer confused on an emotional level, on a mental level that causes emotional confusion, and it just cycles. You're coming out of that. You're making a choice. And for those of you that have had a choice in lovers, you're going to be making a choice. Some of you, it could have just been, who do I choose? We got Leo, Gemini, Aries, Gemini, Virgo energy on this. And the overall picture is about enlightenment. It is about clarity, becoming aware of something that you've done or thoughts that you've, had or held on to that kept you in a place of instability. You may have even seemed non-supportive. You may have looked like great on the outside, but inside of relationships and employmentships and things like that, you really didn't feel as if you had what it took to be responsible, to take the lead, to make wise decisions. And it's caused a lot of stress, because then that makes you feel guarded, because what you're doing is you're mirroring that feeling or those feelings or those thoughts outwardly. So you're attracting situations, or you have been in the past attracting situations and relationships that basically mirror that feeling. Lack of success, lack of support, lack of responsibility, not taking accountability. So this is a shift in energy. This has been a shadow thing, possibly something that you have had to heal or you didn't even realize has been healing. And it's going to be, the shift is happening over the next 3 months. It's already been happening. It's coming in here. It's basically the sun is rising on my Libras. Reality is going to be changing for you. Because what happens is when we mirror that to the outside, we attract people and experiences that show up not taking accountability, not being responsible, and not wanting commitment and things like that, because we have that going on within ourselves. We don't even realize it. It could be a fear. It could be a limiting belief. We don't even realize it. And when we see that, or when we're confronted with it, we attack it. And what happens is it makes us seem very bitter and cold and detached. We block our heart space because we think that someone is coming at us in that energy. And what we're doing is we're attracting them to us because we are in that energy or in that mindset on some level. And that's what's been going on here. Causes you a lot of stress, a lot of sleepless nights. Makes you want to, drop whatever experience that is, because it starts to show up. You may have a new experience or a new relationship, for instance, that shows up or presents itself, and then it falls apart. Or you lack the follow through because it's mirroring you what you've got going on inside. Lack of success, lack of advancement, lack of stability. What is this being illuminated? That there is something deeper going on an emotional level. Okay. It could be in regards to victory and success. Will I be a success? Will I ever have success? Will I ever be victorious in love or life? Will I have the courage and the strength to move forward? Will I ever be balanced and have victory here? Or in anything. Thank you, Spirit. So that was, it's kept you, this kind of, it's a deep emotional wound, basically, for some of you that you don't even recognize has been happening. How is this becoming illuminated? You're letting go of it. Letting go of what? Or my Libra's letting go of. Sorry if I'm shaking the table, y'all. What am I letting go of? Fear. You've already learned this lesson. You've already seen it. You've seen what you were doing, or you're about to. I feel like you've already seen it. Because what you're telling me here is this could have been something that you learned in a long-term relationship. This could have been involving a long-term relationship that you were very happy in that ended, okay, suddenly, or because of arguments and indecision or whatever. Childish communication, basically. This could have also been childhood wounding, and you're releasing this, and you're releasing this, and you're telling me that you're releasing this right now. You're in the process of releasing this. And it was all about, some of you could have tied lust to connections. You know, greed, lust, the lust for money. You know, it's got to be more money. It's got to be more money. It's got to be more money, instead of actually enjoying the job. Not wrong with that. I'm just saying. Some of you, it could have been the lack of reciprocated love, unconditional love. Was love reciprocated to you in relationships, in your childhood, or in long-term relationships? It's you taming the beast here within yourself and coming to a place of peace and calm and patience within inside of yourself. You're being patient with yourself in releasing this energy. Some of you may not even know this is happening. This could be something that is attributed to all of the retrogrades that are going on right now. The Libra new moon, Libra season, because Libra season is all about love. And this is love. It's unconditional love and patience. Soft control, compassion. And I'm going to say that a lot of this is for self, for others in your life. And again, this could be something that goes back to, or you tie back to, some sort of long-term relationship, or even childhood. And I love that this, you know, maybe you, an example could be, you thought long-term relationships were like, couldn't happen, like there couldn't be a happily ever after, or that long-term relationships, or relationships with money and love and everything, would end up going to hell in a handbasket one way or the other. It would end. This is almost as if you were forward thinking, for some of you, that anything long-term is associated with pain or arguments, or I say pain, emotional pain, wounding, hurt. For some of you, that is the case. And the clarity, or whatever this releasing is, if you're doing shadow work, if you're setting intentions, if you're whatever, going to therapy, this is a release. And the releasing of this is actually helping you to see clearly now what it is you want, stability-wise, in the real 3D. Like you're taking some kind of reality that you thought love and relationships, or happiness in a family situation, a family dynamic, or in life. It's almost as if you had a fantasy or a thought process that was tied to pain. Love is pain. Love with another person long term is pain. That kind of thing. 1919 on the screen right now. Wow. The reality, or the awakening, or the understanding that is going to be coming to you is that you are going to be shifting your perspective and learning, or creating inside of yourself, what stability long term looks like for you, for yourself financially, in regards to employment and in regards to relationships. What does partnership look like? What does equal give and take look like? What does balanced communication and harmony in a connection look like? What does harmony in regards to love and money look like for me? And again, it's tied back to feelings of self-worth. Am I worthy of it? Am I nurturing a healthy dynamic? Am I stable? Am I secure? And it's almost as if you're working backwards here, creating that stability. Well, it's how we create. You're understanding the stability starts here, knowing that you are, or that you can do it, that you can have it in regards to self and in security and stability in the 3D. And then that's when things start progressing. Then you're like, oh, once I have that for myself, or I feel that way, I feel good about myself, and I know that I'm worthy of it, and I am truly blessed, and what you can actually bring to the table, that's when the things start showing up or manifesting for you. You gain this clarity, and then everything starts manifesting and showing up in your reality. But it was tied to, maybe you had a fantasy, or maybe you had some sort of, and I'm not saying that life is great and wonderful all the time, but it's almost as if some of you have experienced a long-term relationship, or even something that happened in childhood that gave you some kind of limiting belief that relationships can't work out, that you're not good enough, that you're not worthy enough, or that you're just daydreaming. I've been told that a million times. Get your head out of the clouds. Get your head out of the clouds. You're an airhead. Get your head out of the clouds. Yeah. This has caused you a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, a lot of sleepless nights, and it could have been the ending of something that you felt at one time was your happily ever after. Where do we go from here, Libra? You're funny. You are funny. We got the High Priestess that showed up, so let's see what Libra wants to tell me. Where do we go from here? This is about Libra. Listen. Some of you, it was an end of a relationship, a soulmate connection, or a business partnership where it basically, it was extremely painful. A lot of arguing. It could have been a relationship. It could have been a soulmate connection. And again, it could have been business deals, negotiations, or an employment situation where people manipulated your emotions, or, you felt manipulated by people emotionally. Some of you could have continued to get into partnerships that were emotionally manipulative. People that used your emotions against you, manipulated you, because it's coming above the magician sideways. And this again could have been your energy, where you manipulated people's emotions to get what you wanted, because that's what you were taught, or that's what you were shown how to do, or raised to do. And that's coming to an end. A lot of you attracted a lot of betrayals and manipulators into your life. You thought this was partnership. You are healing this dynamic, Libras. You're in the process of healing this right now, and you are taking control of this, and you are wrecking shop with this right now. This is a major life lesson for you. You are healing this dynamic. Were you a people pleaser? Did you allow this to happen far too long? I think you're coming to terms with and realizing, Libra, here, that this is a major life cycle coming to a close, a major life lesson. Things are about to change and shift because you have realized it here with the tower. You're pulling this tower down yourself. You're doing the healing. You're balancing yourself, healing, and becoming aware of what you've done, what you've allowed, or how you've behaved because of whatever this was back here in your past that caused you a lot of stress and anxiety. It could have been one person. It could have been a lot of people. It could have been relationships in general. It could have been something that you held or was tied to energetically or emotionally. And some of you, it is basically like you allowed people to manipulate you, or you were a people pleaser and it continually hurt you over and over. My Libras are getting strong, pulling in the energy of Leo possibly here, where you have an open, loving heart, but you will not stand for people to overrun your boundaries. And you're seeing this. You're seeing this. So this is about to shift for you. And when this shift happens, this is the release of that resistance. And it brings in it solidifies happiness, equal give and take, and long-term relationships in money and in love. Because you're learning here. You're learning how to nurture yourself here. You're learning your self-worth here. And you're learning what it was that you've held on to, what you've allowed. This is badass. This is badass. So my Libras, basically, you're bringing down the tower on people pleasing and tying yourselves to people energetically that don't. Damn, Libras. You've tied yourself energetically to people that ended up hurting you, that hurt you continually over and over, and you continued to give to it, thinking that this is love. This is love. Nah. No, it ain't. You're about to experience love because you're doing it yourself. It's called self-love. Self-love just popped out too. See? Right there. And decisions. Wish I was right. Clearing. This is absolutely beautiful. Some of you, classical music may help you. Violin, cello, string music, classical string music may assist you in clearing your vibration. I'm actually going to do that myself. I love classical music, but I think that it may resonate. Classical string music may resonate for you and assist you in raising your vibration or in clearing out the resistance or the resistive vibration, the negative vibration. Clear the clutter. When in doubt, throw it out. You're doing that with a tower. You're like blowing that shit up. Like, no, I'm done with this. Libra knows what they want. They're learning self-love and decisions. Self-love. We don't have to be perfect, but loving ourselves and caring enough about what we truly desire in life and what we've gone through, and actually taking a look at it, going into the shadow, going into that moon. It's important. Care for your body, self-love, and self-acceptance are the ultimate acts of self-care. Self-love and self-acceptance are the ultimate acts of self-care. Abso-freaking-lutely. Because people think, oh, it's about body care. It's about eating and meditating. And no. It's about accepting who you are. It's about accepting what you've allowed yourself to go through, what you've been through, what you've allowed, and what you truly desire. Accept what you look like. Accept who you are, inside and out. That is self-love. That is self-care. Accepting that there is nothing wrong with you. There's nothing broken. There's nothing wrong with you. You have the opportunity to fix it and address it moving forward. That's what this is. Decisions. Trust. Trusting yourself and trusting the universe. Honor your top priorities. If it's not an absolute yes, then it's a no. That's all things. If you do not feel good about it right here and you feel Indecisive. This goes back to what we talked about in the beginning. Indecision. If you're indecisive about something or you're stuck in it, don't make a decision. It's a no. If your body is telling you, it's listening to yourself and honoring and accepting the fact that some things are not going to feel right. The right things will feel right for you. If it's an absolute yes and you feel great about it, go with it. But if you're indecisive about it, maybe that's your intuition telling you that you should take a closer look at something. A look at what you're allowing, what you're possibly asking for or attracting to you. How is that other thing presenting to you? Why are you having to make a choice? Why are you not like all on board for it? And there's a fluctuation issue. There's an issue, there's resistance to it. That could be your body telling you or your intuition telling you, either not right now, or there's something off within me that I'm attracting something that I'm not sure I'm all in on. Maybe it's a no. It's a no for right now. So honor your top priorities. What's a yes to you in your life? Is it your children? Is it your family? Is it your job? Make those wise decisions. Don't stay stuck. I think a lot of you are starting to put an end to the things that no longer serve your highest good. I love you all. Them's the words, them's the messages. Check out my description box down below. And I hope to see you on my Get Feathered show here on YouTube sometime soon. Namaste.